Hey guys, TeamNoSkill here, bringing you an update of my Spike Dudley deck profile because some of you guys requested it. So this build is not completely mine. It's my friend's build. We basically had the same build. It's just that he had different cards than this. So I'm just like, I tried it out. I played against him. His deck was more consistent than mine. The build I had was still really consistent. It's that his was more. So let's get started. Obviously our starter is Becca Trainer, Conroe, Counterblast 1, retire him, and add any grade 1 to your hand. Grade 1 or lower, I believe. Yeah, grade 1 or lower, so, believe me. So onto the triggers. Basically the whole deck's the same, just for a few cards, like I said. So we're running 6 crit, Silent Choker, skill, put it into the soul from rear guard, and unflip damage, and then 2 other crits. And then we're running 6 draws, and 4 heals. So trigger land is still the same. So I'm running 15 grade 1s now. So we're running 2 Dudley Phantom because he is an amazing card. He's probably one of the best Spike Brother grade 1 cards. So when it boosts any unit, so rearguard or vanguard, it gives it a plus 4,000 boost, and they give it a 10k booster, which is very nice. 2 Machine Gun Gloria. This card is really good. It provides you with hand, and it puts the unit. It makes your unit's effects that go to the bottom, like that shovel themselves into the deck. If you can choose to activate this first, and you put it to the bottom of the deck. So when this unit boosts a grade 1 or greater rearguard, you can counterblast 1, put it to the draw a card, and put it to the bottom of your deck. So this works really good with other cards I'm gonna show you. So 2 Acrobat Verdi, Stride Fodder. 1 Reckless Express, great card, amazing card. It's good for early game. So when this unit attacks anything, Soul Blast 1, this unit gets plus 5k, making it 12k. So this was this is just good. Gloria works really well, so you don't have to shuffle your deck, and you can just put it to the bottom and draw a card with Gloria. Or 4 Dudley Jetter, because you have to. Beginning of your stride phase, if you have a Dudley Vanguard, you can retire itself and stride for free with the G unit as Dudley in its original card name. And then we have 4 Unflipping PGs. I didn't have them in the last video, but I did have them before that. They were just on my Spike Brother deck. I have all 3 variants of Spike Brothers. Favorite deck, favorite clan. So we have 4 Dudley Masons. Amazing card, amazing great pressure card. I love it when people know what it does, and when it hits, they're like, oh, I didn't know. Well, too bad you didn't ask. Spike Raiders, you gotta be a jerk a little bit. So skill, Vanguard or Rearguard. When this unit attack hits the Vanguard, counterblast 1, put a card from your hand into the soul, and he gets, you call anything from your deck to an open Rearguard. So this plus the 10k booster first turn almost guarantees a hit unless they want to drop 15k guard from their hand for 1 to pass. No, 2 to pass. No pass. So we are running 3 Dudley Ingram. Shot down to 1. When your other units was Dudley and it's a card name or placed on rear during battle phase, he gets plus 3k. So he gets really pumped. He's basically your heavy hitter of the deck. And we were running. I took out the Dudley Montes completely. Card's too slow because he can only be called during battle. It can be called during anything, but it only gets the Counterblast 1 ability when you call it through battle phase to get the plus 5k. 3 Dudley Montes. When I played against my friend, I was like, wow, that card's actually really good because I cannot rush you because you have a 10k base, and it helps so much. No one expects it. They're like, why do you have vanilla? Why are you bothered by it? Because they can't put their 9Ks. If they want to, they have to put their 9Ks. I don't want behind it or anything behind it just to be able to hit my Vanguard. So this stops rush decks really nice. Or not rush decks in general. They try to like bombard you and stuff. Unless you're playing unit against clans like Tachikaze that gives themselves power than the Aether units. For examples. So those are the grade 2s. On to the grade 3s. Obviously 4 Dudley Jessica. So, GB2. All of your units on the front row was Dudley and its card name get plus 2k power. That's continuous even during your opponent's turn, making her a 13k base, which is really nice. So, Stride skill. During your turn, when a unit was Dudley and its original card name Stride on top of her, search your deck for one unit was Dudley, call it her rigor, and it gets plus 5k. That's amazing. It's free. My friend was like, wait, what? What's the downside? You have to stride a Dudley on top of it. So you always want to call this, usually. Always want to call that. Because you want those free strides. And it saves your hand so much. And then we have 3 Dudley Triple Rappler. I usually only go into him when I'm trying to finish off my opponent. When I go into Geronimo. So skill, GB, I think it's GB1. GB1 is not that great. So, when you're at a unit and its card name was Dudley, is placed on rear during your battle phase, this unit gets plus 5k. So, the downside to that is anything once per turn, so it doesn't stack. Downside of that, if you've noticed, the effect probably works better in a pure Dudley deck. Because nothing in the deck can call anything from deck except for Dudley Mason, which is the downside. And it's just like, you have to have that hit in order to have him get plus 5k. So the GB1, you never worry about. But if it goes off, kudos to you. So Stride skill. When anything strides on top of it, it gives the Stride the ability. When your unit with Dudley and its card name attack, the Vanguard, I believe it's Vanguard. No, attack in general. You can Soul Blast 1, give that Dudley plus 5k, and at the end of turn, you force it into the soul. It's amazing. I misplayed on myself. I went into a tournament. I played against Gabrielle. I used the wrong Stride deck. We got to game 3. Saying a lot how consistent this deck is. Game 3 is Gabrielle. I could have won, but like I said, I only go into him when I want to go for Geronimo and I want to try to kill the opponent. I didn't know that his skill was generic, and I was so pissed off at myself for that. And then we were running 1 Juggernaut Maximum. This card is simply amazing. Look at that artwork, so fabulous. So, continuous Vanguard or Rearguard. If you don't have a Spike Brother Rearguard, I believe, or Vanguard, which is impossible, minus 2,000 power. Well, I think this is back when you could be able to mix clans together. So when this unit attacks, it's the same thing as Reckless Express. It gets plus 5k, making it 16k, and that makes it really scary. It already forces a 10k drop by itself. But the 7k forces a 15k drop by itself. So he's basically your targets for Dudley Mason, really good, and light pressure and stuff. So on to the strides. We are running 4 King of Sadism, Dudley Caligula. So amazing card. A lot of people think it's a neg when you put 2 cards in your hand into the soul, but the payout's amazing. So when this unit attacks the Vanguard, you can counterblast 1, persona flip a copy of him, put 2 cards from your hand into the soul, look at the top 11 cards of your deck, search for up to 3 Dudleys, call them to rearguard, and they get plus 2k. And the thing that's very nice about it, the units do not go away. Which means the matchup with Diablo with this deck is actually really good. I personally think this is the most consistent Spike Brother deck. I barely touch my other ones now. I still like the other ones. Rising Nova, not that much. I think it's too annoying. It's too situational. You need to go first. If not, good things are not going to happen. 4. Great Warrior Dudley Geronimo. He is your finisher of the deck. Well, or if you want to say Dirty Pigger, he works too. So Great Warrior Dudley Geronimo. Skill, GB1. Well, it's my bad. It's Canvas 1. Flip Geronimo from your G zone face up. And it gives your, or if you have a Heart with Dudley, it gives your Vanguard the ability. During your turn, when your units attack, they get plus 5,000 power. Then, if you have 2 or more face up in your G zone, your units can attack from the back row. So the thing that's really great about Geronimo, Dudleys don't, it's not restricted to the Dudleys attacking. So anything that attacks gets plus 5k. So that means things like this, even if they're not Dudley, they'll still get the plus 5k when they attack, which is very nice. Non-Dudley cards. So this, on top of Triple Rappler, you're giving plus 10,000 per Dudley, which is very scary, and will either force a 5k guard or a 10k guard, or at least a 15k drop. So very nice. And I mean, that alone makes him 21k by himself. And then we were running 1 Godspeed Flash Ruse. I personally like this card a lot. I like that it's free, that you don't have to counterblast or anything, but you just have to put a card for your hand into the soul, but that doesn't matter. Puts a good amount of pressure, because when they're like, oh, what does it do? It calls anything from the deck. Okay. Then when it hits, you usually want to call either this or Dudley Jetter, if you don't already have one on field, which you should. And then we're running 1 Dirty Picaro. Amazing card. I wished my friend asked a weird ruling. If, like, let's say you have 7 cards in your G-Zone face up, can you keep calling so it can retire so you can deck it more? I still don't know the correct answer to that. So, skill, GB3. Only thing I hate about it, I wish it was GB2, not GB3. So, Counterblast, when it's doing attacks the Vanguard, Counterblast 2, put 1 card from your hand into the soul, flip something in your G-Zone. For every card face up in your G-Zone, you can call that many units to open rear guards. So basically, when you have nothing on field, you go into this, and you're just like, I got everything. So amazing card, great pressure. I'm actually debating about pushing him up to 2. I used to have 2, but I got rid of him because I didn't think I needed it. But I might either push him up to 2 or him up to 2. I'm still feeling about that. So we were running 3. Excellent cheerleader Irie. I want to say it's Irie. So skill, when as soon as it plays onto the guard circle, if you have 3 or less reguards, she gets plus 5k. Then we were running 2. If you guys are playing this deck, I do recommend getting the SPs for Juggernaut Maximum. They're only like $3. So skill, when this unit is placed on to the guard circle, choose one of your grade 2 or less reguards, and that reguard gets plus 10,000 power, and your Vanguard gets plus 10,000 shield. Well, 10,000 power too, I believe. He gets 10,000 shield. So really great card, amazing card. I just like it a lot. It's a good card. It's basically your Dismal for your deck. I mean, I could run Dismal to have 6 G guards in here. I do have a Dismal, but the deck has been treating me very nice. It's very consistent. I love it. Like I said, I think it's the most consistent Spike Border deck, or it is the most consistent Spike Border deck because of the free strides. It makes you to keep hand. Sorry for my voice, I just woke up. So, like I said, it gives you a rear plus 10,000 power. So basically, even if they want to attack it with like 16, it's like it can't hit. But then again, if you have a Dudley Vanguard, I mean, if you have Jessica as your Vanguard, and let's say it's a grade 2, it's an Ingram or something, or even Monty, it'd be 2022. If it was Ingram, it'd be 1921. So very nice. It basically makes it unhittable if they don't want to touch it. Only downside, it can still be retired by effects. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this update. Thanks for the people who requested it. It means a lot. And remember to rate, comment, like, subscribe, and thanks for watching.